Okay. So are we live here? I think we should be. But let me just double check to see if my sound is coming through properly for you fellas. But I think it should be. Okay, it is. Yes, it is. Hello there, everyone. How are you all doing? Hello there to Dani. Glad to have you here. And also Tsofek. We were talking about daylight saving time. Glad to have you here, Tsofek. We are today on the Miami server, as you can see, fellas. So feel free to join. You know, all you have to do to join is to copy this IP. It is also up there in the corner and on the description, the IP for the Miami server. And then all you have to do is come here and find a game, community servers, and in the favorites tab, you click on this button here, add a server. And then you paste in the IP and you will be able to join with us. I'm already with some fellas here on the server. Hamman and Uncle Leo were having a chat here, very nice. We also have Your Last Grape here and Sentient Free-to-Play Noob. Firefly, my friend Firefly also connected. So we already have some match going on here. And I want to show you fellas something different because I have traded my unusual. Here, take a look. It is one of those soldier fireman helmets that I said I liked, and it has the effect Spectral Wick. I think it goes very well with my unusual rocket launcher and my taunts and my other rocket launcher that Uncle Leo gave me, because it's sort of like this greenish purplish color scheme that I think goes well with everything I have. So I really like it. I also painted the helmet and the stripes, you know, the misc. But I'm very happy with this trade. And all I had to do to get it was to sell my old unusual and to sell some of my taunts that I had bought for my collection. You know, some of these taunts here. I sold some that I was not using. But I think it was a very nice acquisition. I really like that effect. And Fitz is there. Hello there, my friend Fitz. Glad to have you here as well. Come play with us if you can, Fitz. We are on the Miami server today, so I think you should have good latency. And you're saying, yeah, the effect pairs great with Isotope for sure. Yeah, you know, it's not the same kind of green. And I tried to actually place the weak part of the effect kinda inside my head. I think it looks better like that. But it matches quite nicely, I think. So I should be sticking with this unusual for a while now. You know, I really like it. I know fellas are talking about the rarity of stuff here. Very nice, very nice. We have here, I think this one is Hamman, I think with the green beret look. Very nice. Nice look. Ah, and the Dragon's Lair. Ah, it is a... look at that. It is a... one of those, you know, messed up Dragon's Lair war paints. They are rarer. Because I remember what happened back in the day is that you could get these Dragon's Lair paints as a reward for completing all contracts on the Jungle Inferno campaign. And back in the day you could get them factory new or, you know, in any other quality. And people were very angry about that because they wanted a factory new war paint. So Valve then changed, so you could only get factory new Dragon's Lair paints, and because of that the old ones that were messed up became more valuable. So that's very nice, pretty cool, very interesting. So let's get playing. I really liked watching that, you know, and it's not a common sight for sure. And we have here Uncle Leo with us. Uncle Leo refuses to fire his weapon. Okay, got you there, my friend. Glad to have you all here with me, very nice. Yeah, and Fitz is talking about the Dragon's Lair that Hammond has. Those are crazy rare. Yeah, you know, back in the day I thought it was lame that you could get one that was very destroyed, you know. I always thought the factory new looked better. Hammond wants to duel. Let's do this. Let's accept the duel here. I thought it was kinda lame, but you know, in retrospect, perhaps they should have, you know, kept like that. That you could get some messed up ones. I think it made sense. What's lame is that, you know, it was a reward for a paid for campaign. You know, you had to buy the campaign pass, and then you could get a messed up paint, and I think that's what people didn't like, I myself included. So perhaps what they should have done is that you could choose the wear that you wanted. I think that would allow for messed up paints, you know, in terms of wear, but it would make everyone happy. Since it is a war paint that is the reward for completing the campaign, I think it would have been nice to be able to choose the wear it would come in. But yeah. Hey, Hov is there. Hello there, Hovi. Glad to have you here, my friend. Come play with us if you have the time. We are on the Miami server today, so you should have good enough latency, just as myself here. I have, what, 100 something ping, which is not bad, actually. So come play with us if you can, Hovi. Nice to have you here, my friend. And Anthony was asking what was my opinion on the new God of War. I don't really have an opinion on it because I haven't played it. You know, I haven't even checked out what's it all about. I know it's a sequel to the last God of War that kind of like changed setting from ancient Greece to kind of like more Norse mythology or something like that. But I'm not really interested on God of War nowadays, so I'm not very familiar with the game. I don't really have an opinion on it. And I know the previous one is on PC, but again, I don't really care for it. It's not my kind of game, you know, that interests me. I played God of War. The last one that I played was God of War, I think, Chains of Olympus on the PSP. You know, it's been a long time. And I played before that God of War 2 and God of War 1 on the PS2. So the only ones I've played were 1, 2 and Chains of Olympus, and I really like them. I think they are great games. I had a lot of fun with those, but you know, at some point I got bored of God of War and didn't try to keep up with the series. I think it was when they switched to the PS3, you know. Because I never had a PS3, I kind of like, you know, gave up on the series after that. So yeah, I don't really have an opinion on God of War nowadays. If it's saying there, it's Chocolate Delivery Man. I don't know if it is some sort of euphemism. I'm not sure. So you fellas let me know there, let Fitz know there on the chat. Hi, Hovi Sniper is joining, very nice. It's been a while since I played TF2, he's saying. I downloaded God of War since God of War Ragnarok came out, so I wanna catch up with the lore. Yeah, very nice that you fellas are enjoying that game. You know, I know it kind of continues the saga of Kratos. I think it does. I don't think it is kind of like a reboot or anything like that. But I'm unfamiliar with it. I don't really know what is the connections with the old games, if there is any. So yeah. And Haman is saying there that he did his first unbox recently. Did it for a meme, but ended up getting a strange tough guy stoke and pulling a bit of a profit. Ah, very nice, Haman. Yeah, I've been unboxing a lot. I've done what I think 2 unboxing videos this Screen Fortress and didn't get anything that good. So I'm happy for you, my friend. You know, unboxing usually is throwing money away, but it is fun from time to time for sure. You know, kind of like opening Pokemon cards, you know, Pokemon packs. When I used to play Pokemon TCG, the trading card game, I had a lot of fun with those packs, and they would help, you know, build my deck and all of that, so I could play Pokemon, and I really liked it. Perhaps I should go back to playing Pokemon TCG. I still have all the cards here, you know, they're stored away, and I have a lot of cards. I played it for what, like I think 5 or 6 years, continuously buying packs, you know. So it was a lot of fun. Very nice. trading card game there. I really recommend it if you are into TCG, you know, trading card games. I never really played other TCGs. I think I played one from Harry Potter when I was a teenager, and Pokemon. I know, for example, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is quite popular as well, and Magic the Gathering, I think, is the most popular one, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe Pokemon is more popular. Wouldn't surprise me really if it were. Ah, nice shot, VPC, nice shot there. But yeah, I've only really played Pokemon. A very nice loadout from Hovi there. Pretty cool Tom's Lab you have there, my friend.
Why is that card not moving?
Hi, Kalmanana is there. Hello there, Kalmanana. Glad to have you here. Ah, so that's what Fitz was talking about, the chocolate delivery man. It was a skit you did a while back, giving people the Dalocus bar. Ah, very nice, Kalmanana. Very nice. I actually really like to play with the Dalocus bar. I think it is a great secondary for heavy. And, you know, kind of freshens up the way heavy is played. Because the sandwich is good and all, but I think it incentivizes a style of gameplay that can get stale fairly quick. And the other lunchbox items for heavy help us have some more variety. Ah, that was a spy. I thought that Pyro was suspicious. Yeah, got you there, your last grip. I don't know how I dodged the backstab there, but I managed to do it. So I'm happy. Got Uncle Liu there as well. By the way, this map is great. I think it is called Cuckoo Mans or something like that. It's one of those maps that were made for the Mayan event that never got officially added into TF2. Some stuff from the Mayan community event got into Jungle Inferno, but in general, we didn't have, you know. Come on, where is that scout? Ah, here he is. Okay. No! Okay, managed to get him before he could slap me with his sword. So that was nice. But yeah, I really like this map, it is great. And I wish the Mayan event became an official event, you know, really. There is just so many good things from that community event. And also the Frontline event as well, another one that was kind of like organized by the community to make maps, cosmetics, you know, weapons even, and it never got added. We have a sneaky sniper somewhere in the back, because I saw that laser. Where is he? Maybe I'm imagining things, but I think I saw a laser. Ah, okay, for a sec there I thought it was the sniper, but it was the spy. But yeah. What else are you saying there? Let me see. Ah, Inspector is there. Hello there, Inspector. Glad to have you here. Yeah, the Dalocus bar is great health bonus, especially to help quick fix medics, since that medic gun has a lower overheal limit. Yeah, you know, I think it pairs very well with that sort of combination. And even if you don't have a medic with you, just being able to tank a little bit more damage by default after you eat the Dalocus bar, I think is very helpful, especially when you have problems with enemy snipers. Ah, come on, I saw your shadow there, your last grip. I was too slow to react. I have to pay more attention. So yeah, it is great. I think the banana is actually a better item than the Dalocus bar, but the Dalocus bar is great, you know, to change it up from time to time. I think it also goes very well with the Vaccinator, if you have a Vaccinator medic. Because then you can have more overheal, more health overall, and also have the resistance to damage. So it really helps to survive headshots in particular, you know. Ah, managed to get you there, chocolate delivery man. Calm Nana. Glad to have you here, my friend. Glad to have you here, very nice. Okay, so where is my teammates? They are not around here, okay. This is a problem. And Fitz is saying there, yeah, Pyro got a couple neat cosmetics from Mayan, but I wish we would have gotten more maps. Yeah, you know, because they are so unique you don't have this sort of aesthetic on other TF2 maps. And there's a bunch of them on my servers, so we can play them if you fellas want. But I really think it is a welcome change of aesthetic for TF2, you know. We have had enough dusty maps and that sort of look. Okay, that's our heavy. Also, I'd like to see more kind of like Orient themed maps in TF2, you know, kind of like Suijin. That sort of look I think is pretty nice. Ah, got you there. Nice. Reserve shooter to the rescue. And I think it would be neat to have, you know, more maps around the world. Perhaps more maps like Egypt as well in terms of aesthetic. Egypt is kind of bare, but I think talented mappers could work with that sort of like Middle Eastern aesthetic. I know I've seen it being well done in some community maps that are also here on my server. My server has a lot of community maps. It's something that I really like, and I appreciate this Steam Workshop for that, because it makes it very easy to add community maps. I don't really have to do any sort of special work to have those maps added. But yeah, it is great. If you are a community map creator, let me know, tell me what are your maps. I would like to play them. All you have to do is put them on the workshop and send me the workshop link for it, and I will check it out. The other day we saw one from one of my subscribers, and it was a pretty good map actually. I really liked the layout of it. I think it was your map, VPC, wasn't it? I know you are watching because you're playing here with us. I think it was your map. If you have updated it, let me know, because I would like to check it out once again. Here's your last grape. Yeah, Uncle Leo actually managed to kill me there. But yeah, it was funny seeing your last grape kind of like panicking to get the backstab there. That was very funny. I liked it. What else are you saying there? Let me see. And Hobby saying, man, I've been working really hard on episode 2 of Lurking Shadows. I learned how to make better facial expressions. Ah, looking forward to that, Hobby. Pretty nice. Let us know when it is ready or when you have a trailer for it, because it will be a success for sure. For sure. Pretty cool, my friend. Fitz is talking about the Dalopus bar, saying it pairs well with the Natasha or Breast Beast. Ah yeah, for sure. You'll be able to tank a lot more damage like that. Makes sense for a loadout like that. It kicks in at 175, the damage resistance, instead of 150, since you have base 350 HP instead of 300. So that's why. Pretty interesting, you know. Heavy kinda looks shallow on the surface, but there's a lot you can do if you are aware of all those peculiarities of the class. You know, I think it is a more tactical class than people give it credit for. So interesting, very interesting. An Inspector is saying there, it's quite an experience being able to tank more than 2 pipes or 2 quick scopes with that chocolate bar. Yeah, you feel powerful, you know, when you can do that by yourself. For sure, Inspector, for sure. And you know, heavy as tough as it is, sometimes it can be quite vulnerable, especially to snipers. So being able to tank headshots like that is wonderful. Okay, there's a sniper back there. Let's see. No, I cannot get to him. Okay, so yeah. And Hovi saying there, I already uploaded a small trailer. I have to check it out, Hovi. I haven't been paying much attention to my subscriber feed, so maybe that's why I missed it. But I'll try to check it out, my friend. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Then I gotta pay attention to my subscriptions. The last month has been very stressful for me, so that's why, you know, if you fellas feel like the channel has been kinda off or kinda abandoned, I've only really posted, I think, 2 long videos, and the rest of it was only shorts. It's because of that, you know, October was very stressful. both because of the elections here in Brazil, the presidential elections, and also because of work. It's usually the month of year. Oh, this is a spy, yeah. There was a heavy behind me, come on. But yeah, both because the elections and because of work. It's usually the month where I have more work to do, you know, October and the beginning of November. Right now things are kind of like settling down, so I'm a lot more free, and I'll try to make some good content for the end of the year and for the start of the year especially. I think it will be nice. Maybe I'll do some more streams, or maybe I'll try to do some gameplay videos, you know. Something I haven't done in a long time is simple gameplay videos. I think it could be fun to do them once again, trying out loadouts and that sort of stuff, you know. Okay, managed to kill Satan free-to-play noob there somehow. I don't really know how, but I won't complain. Okay. The sniper, they don't know where they should run, so funny to see you fellas scrambling around trying to escape when you are on a new map. Always funny, a funny experience to see that. Okay. I thought I would be able to escape there, but no dice. And VPC saying that he already updated his map. Is it already live on the workshop, VPC? Tá na workshop já ativo? Because if it is, then perhaps we could play there next. I think it would be nice to revisit. Pretty cool. And he's also saying that he didn't place the textures down yet. Yeah, but texture work is the last thing you have to worry about. As texturas são as últimas coisas que você tem que pensar mesmo. And I speak Portuguese because VPC is from Brazil as well, so I don't know if he can get everything I say in English. I think he can. But if he can't, I'll speak a little bit of Portuguese just to make myself understood. But yeah, if it is updated, then let's check it out next. It is a very fun map that VPC is developing. I am really liking it. What else are you saying there? Let me see. I am saying, I just had a thought. Why are so many collector cosmetics only a 1 of 1? You would think that considering collector's weapons have around 150 of them, that they should be a little easier to get. Perhaps it has to do with the drop rate for kits. Hammond, I'm not sure how the kits drop on cosmetics, but I would not be surprised if the collector kits were more common for weapons somehow. You know, TF2 sometimes has weird drop rates or even bugged stuff. I remember for, I think, about 2 years or so, that the Australian Magic Gun wasn't even dropping on MVM because of a bug. So perhaps it has something to do with that, Hammond. It would not surprise me, like, at all, if there was a bug stopping collector cosmetic kits from dropping. Or maybe it is because people simply aren't that interested on them, you know, as much as they are interested on the weapons. I don't know, but my guess is there is a bug. I would not be surprised if that was the case. If that were to be the case, I think that's how I should say it. Come on, it wasn't able to get the mini crits there with the reserve shooter. And by the way, reserve shooter is a great weapon, even if you are not comboing with it, you know, kind of like trying to throw people up in the air and then fire a second shot. It is a great shotgun regardless, simply because of the fast weapon switch. You know, that alone makes it great. It is also good for finishing off soldiers that are rocket jumping away from you. So it's a good weapon to have on those situations. Nice. Play around your corners, fella. That's very important, very important. So yeah. What else are you saying there? Fits are saying, I think we can all learn something from Heavy and try to be more vulnerable in our daily lives. Yeah, it is important, Fits, to share your vulnerabilities with your loved ones, you know, to open up your heart, talk about your problems. That's for sure, that's very important. Very important. Imagine a world in which Heavy is kind of like a personality coach or something like that. I think that would be a fun OC to have a Heavy that is a personality coach. Very, very interesting concept. And it says that VPC's map is updated on the workshop. Nice. Let me see if I can find it here, so I can set it for the next map. It is down below on the workshop stuff. What is the name of it? I forgot it. Reckon, no. Shelter, Snow Lodge, Frosty Harp, Hot Spring Turbine. What is the name of it? Cantata is mine. I think it's Pines, isn't it, VPC? I think it's this one. Let's set it for the next map, and if it isn't, we will set it again later. But I think it is Cough Pines, right, VPC? If it isn't, let me know, please. But I think it is. What else are you saying there? Let me see. Spectre is saying, I have an idea for a TF2 map. A CP map based on Petra, Jordan. Ah, that would be very nice. The environment feels very similar to the Badlands area TF2 is mainly known for. Yeah, you know, and it would be interesting because you would be able to use the default textures for TF2 on a completely different environment. That would be neat. It's a very interesting setting for a map. Pretty cool. Really like the idea. And perhaps you could kind of like modify the textures from Egypt or something like that to use it there as well. That's a pretty good idea, and there's some graphical bugs here. I think it's something related to the map. It's a community map after all. But yeah, very nice idea. Really cool. I hope to be able to visit, you know, those historical places someday. Being from Brazil, it's kind of hard to do international traveling because our currency is worth less in most countries. And also being a teacher, it is kind of hard as well, because when I'm available for traveling is on when there's the high season for tourism. So got you there. So usually prices are even higher for you know, passages and for hotels and stuff like that. So yeah, but maybe someday I'll be able to go see those places. It could be interesting. VPC saying that he can understand what I say. He only can't write English very well. So that makes sense. Because I thought since he was writing his messages in Portuguese there, I thought he could not understand what I'm saying as well. But he can. Okay, so that's good news. Very nice. VPC saying there, my therapist is heavy. That's funny, that's funny. So funny. If it has to go. Okay, I was happy to have you here, my friend. Have a wonderful day there, wherever you live, Fitz. I think you are from the US, right? But yeah, thank you so much, my friend, for being here. I appreciate you. Aleatório there. Hello there. Good afternoon, Aleatório. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Very nice. And Dani is saying that they were not able to play the game because their internet is bad. I'm sorry for you, Dani. I'm very sorry. Let's check out the changes that VPC made here. I remember I requested a second spawn exit, but I don't think we have it yet. Yeah, you see, not yet. Okay. Is this the updated version, VPC, or hasn't the workshop updated it yet? I think it is, because if I recall, there was a door here, I think. Yeah, I think this is the updated version of the map. Nice, very nice. If it isn't, let me know if I'm misremembering, but I think it is. Because one thing I said... Yeah, there is a connection here. Yeah, this is definitely the updated version. Yeah, you see this connector here I requested as well. See how it really makes this area into something more interesting to play, you know. Maybe do something against the sightline here. you know, perhaps put an obstacle here or something like that, simply so sniper can't lock this down here so easily, like this, you see? But perhaps it isn't that big of a problem. I think maybe I'm overthinking this here, but it is a pretty long sightline. So, you know, it could be a problem. And I died there. But I really like that connector. It really opens up this inner part and makes it look like a real building, I think. So that's a good change, for sure. Let's play a while here. I'll even change to Scout, because I want to check out the map better. So yeah, before I do that, let me see what you fellas are saying there. Hey man, saying there, if I can give a recommendation for anyone to have as a HUD, I always recommend Cool HUD, because I don't really like how many HUDs are just white text next to your crosshair. It is a sort of a stylish HUD, a reimagining of TF2's default HUD. Ah, interesting. Back in the day, I used to play with Eve HUD. I don't know if it's still around. And Eve HUD is, well, damn, they have a bunch of people there. I'm in a dire situation here. There's even a medic. Oh no, I'm surrounded. Yeah, this is bad. I'm gonna die here. This is pretty bad. Yeah, no chance I had there. No chance at all. But I used to play with Eve HUD and I liked it because it was one of those minimalistic HUDs, you know, white text next to your crosshair or something like that. I don't know if it is still around, but it was a pretty good HUD, I think. I really liked it. Nowadays I use the default HUD, you know, I don't really change anything custom about my HUD. I have some mods, you know, mainly the master config to get more performance. But other than that, I try to play without mods for stability reasons. I remember what was bad about the Eve HUD I used, the custom HUD I used to play with, was that whenever TF2 got updated, I would have to update my HUD again, to remember to do that. Otherwise the game would crash sometimes. I don't know if that's still a problem nowadays, but it was back then, and because TF2 was updated kinda like frequently, it was very annoying. Nowadays it would not be a problem really. But yeah. Cool HUDs I haven't heard of before. I've heard about flaw HUDs, you know, those different HUDs. But cool HUDs is new to me. And I have to remember I'm using the what's it called? The candy cane. So I'm extra vulnerable to explosions. I have to remember that. So yeah. Legendary Boxer is asking, what's the best source filmmaker I ever watched? Hobby's source filmmakers are up there, for sure. But I don't really remember that many source filmmakers by name, you know. I think I recall more Gmod animations, actually. The ones that really stuck with me are those visual cycle off and a map name, you know. Those are the ones I kind of like remember more fondly, because I think they're really funny and they can represent how the game flows very well. So if you have never watched them, then search for them on YouTube. Vicious Cycle of Turbine, for example. Vicious Cycle of Dust Bowl, and all of that. They are very funny. I really like them. This map is so good, VPC. You have a real winner here. And I don't think this long sightline really is a problem. You know, there is enough place for you to cover and to dodge, I think. So maybe you don't really need to do anything about that. You know, leave it open. I think it is fine. It is okay. It is excellent. This map is great. Fellas, let me know if you fellas are playing on the server here with us. Let me know there on chat, and let VPC know there on chat what you think about his map. But I think it is done. If I were developing this map, I would, you know, finish it up. Kind of like start decorating it and all of that, because the decoration also can change the gameplay a little bit if you are not careful. So I think it is time to start decorating it with some props and stuff like that, some more props, if you are gonna to do that, you know, these inside areas especially, to see how it goes, you know, and you can do adjustments like that. But very nice map, VPC, very nice, it's perfect, I love it, pretty cool. Hi, Lucas is there. Hello there, Lucas. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Very nice. Ah, and Danny's saying, I think you got me wrong. I said that I was barely able to play. Ah, okay. I thought you were unable to play. I'm glad you are able to play here, Danny. Despite your internet connection. I'm glad you are here. Whenever I'm having problems with latency, I try to play a hitscan class. You know, soldier. No, not soldier. Soldier is not a hitscan class. Engineer, scout, spy, even medic. You know, heavy. I think you can play them relatively well, even with high latency or unstable connections. So those are usually the ones I go for when I have high latency. But yeah. And Heman is saying there, but then again, I'm kind of person with the 2013 menu mod, so can you entirely trust me? That's a very nostalgic menu styling, Heman. I miss that. I miss that. And you fellas switched back, but you didn't know it would instant switch. Yeah, there are two different votes you can do. So here on the main menu screen, if you come here on call vote, if you choose change map and then you vote for this, it will change instantly. This is good for when you kind of like you are alone on the server or you are with some friends and you want the map to change instantly to another one. Kind of like we are on, I don't know, Turbine and we don't want to play Turbine, so you change right now. If you want to place it as the next map on the queue, then you have to vote here on next map. So that will change the map that's next on the rotation. So that's how you do it. If you go simply to change map, it will change instantly like that. But it's okay, we played enough. A Hovi with his signature sniper here. Pretty cool. If you vote to change map like that, it will change instantly. Which is a good thing, depending on what you wanna do, really. Really depends on what's your goal there. And Danny is really lagging here. I'm glad you switched to engineer, Danny. I hope you have a good time. But yeah, you're really lagging. I'm sorry for you, Danny. I know you disconnected even. Oh no, Danny disconnected. I jinxed it. I'm sorry, Danny. I'm sorry. I hope you can connect again. Oh no, and I taunted and the match is about to start. No, stop the taunt! I don't wanna die! And I'm dead, okay. And since we are on Dust Bowl, I think I'll go with my black box and the buff banner. Let's see if this helps out my teammates more than the default rocket launcher. I think it could do that. Alright, Inspector is saying there, Encore what? Would also make for an amazing TF2 map. Yeah, that one is great as well, Spectre. I think it is on the map rotation here, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is on the rotation, but I'm not sure. Okay, got and Khalil there. Okay, got as well Sexton. Nice. Okay, let's see if I can retreat to protect the point here. I'm almost dead, and they have a medic. So they have the upper hand. This could be a problem. Let's see, maybe I can get this health pack here. Do some damage. Yeah, let's... Oh no, I'm gonna die. No. No, Uncle Leo. Ah, come on. Come on, I just wanna kill someone with my banner. No, I could not do that. Okay, no problem. Hey, hello there, gamer. Glad to have you here. Very nice. What else are you saying there? Let me see. I'm Hovi saying I did some updates to the map that me and Mr. Spencer did. It's looking pretty good so far. Ah, that's nice. let's try to check it out before the stream finishes. I think I'll leave here on this map for a while. I'll leave this map for a while so people can play it. But then we can look into it. Hobby. Will be nice as well to see the changes you have made. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I think the name of it, let me know what it is, but I think... I don't know, I got a level here on my misc. I'm not gonna vote it for it now, but I think it is, what's the name of it? Cowboy Test, isn't it? It is either this one or this one with the numbers. It's one of those two, I think. But I think it is Cowboy Test here on the rotation. We're gonna check it out later. Very nice. And Haman saying there, you know one feature of TF2 that I can't stand? Your last duel ended unexpectedly, so you cannot duel for another 10 minutes. It doesn't say how long I need to wait for. Yeah, that's lame, Haman. It's a shame, really. I think you should be able to span duels, really. Kind of like finish one and start another right away, even if there are some errors. I can't really see a good reason for Valve to limit that sort of stuff. So yeah. Let's go, let's go. Let's see if we can stand our ground here for a while. Because I feel like the last match was really lame, you know, it ended too fast. Okay, managed to not waste that charge. Let's retreat, see if I can use my banner here to help the heavy. Ah, there's people there, okay. I have to pay attention to the pyro. Okay, nice, got you there, Firefly. Oh no, the melee heavy is such a menace. I have to pay attention to him. It is scary to see a heavy following you around like that. So scary. Okay, let's try not to drop this kill streak here. Let's do this. Let's see. There are people on the point. Not anymore? Not anymore, really. Okay. Ah, they have a medic. That's good news. I have to be careful how I shoot my rockets around this pyro here. Okay. Let's use my rage. Your last grip is helping us out here. So funny when they ragdoll like that, I love it. And they fly away into the distance. TF2 is such a joy. This game it brings a smile into my face, you know. It's so funny. And it's interesting because it has so much character. But it's not like it is even trying to have character, you know. I know there's kind of like a very good design philosophy behind TF2. You know, that's a fact. But a lot of the game's charm, in my opinion, is due to random stuff that happens. Kind of like, you know, it just happens. It was not something that was planned for, I think. Or maybe it was, you know, they added ragdolls intentionally to this game. But I think ragdolls back when TF2 was added were kind of like just, you know, some new flair, something that everyone was trying to implement into their game because they were new. Kind of like physics interactions, you know, stuff like that. So maybe they didn't add ragdolls to TF2 to make it funny. Maybe they did it because it was what people were doing back then. I don't know, it would be interesting to have some inside information on that. Very interesting. Thanks for the teleport. And Inspector is saying there, that soldier just backflipped 10 meters into the air. What the fuck? Yeah, you know, it's so funny. It's so funny when that happens. I really like it. I used to play without ragdolls for performance reason. You know, when for a while I was very focused on playing this game well, kind of like the competitive crowd does, you know. I wanted to get good at it, and it was fun playing like that, but I also was missing a lot of the quirky stuff that TF2 has. For example, the ragdolls. But yeah, if you want better performance in your game, kind of like you play on a potato PC and the game lags for you, one of the things you can do is to disable ragdolls. That will help a lot. You know, and we will also clean up the picture for you, the site. And it is actually easier to hit the enemies when you don't have all those bodies flying around. But they are so funny. A lot of fun, I really like. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I saw Medic running in there, but I think there was nothing there really. I think the fight is happening here really. Okay, managed to pop that soldier in the air. That's something you can do when they are Ubering. You know, if you want to sacrifice yourself, you can do that. And Inspector is saying there, he said the word I cursed. Oh no, it was, I didn't even pay attention to that. It's kind of like I just read the WTF. Oh no, I cursed. It's not something I do often here, fellas. So I'm sorry if I offended anyone. It's interesting because since English isn't my native language, to me at least, cursing in English doesn't sound as offensive as cursing in Portuguese, you know. But maybe that's something that happens to everyone who's speaking a second language, I don't know. I think that the bad words from my native language are worse than the bad words in English. But yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wasn't my intention there. Don't know why you popped the Zuber here, your last grade, but okay, I think you did it simply not to lose it. I think that was the idea. Okay, they are building something on the tunnels, I'm positive. Or not, maybe not. Okay, managed to kill VPC there, that's a good thing, that's nice. So yeah, you fellas are funny, so funny. I really like chatting with you, you know, on stream. I think it's one of the highlights of my channel is this interaction we have. I sometimes see streamers that don't really interact with their viewership, you know, with their fans, with their community. They're kind of like simply focused on playing the game, and I think that's kind of lame. You know, why are you even streaming if you are not gonna chat with people? And it is also something you have to learn as a streamer. I don't think it is second nature. Come on. Missed all my rockets and got the last one air blasted right into my face. Oh, that was lame. That was so lame of me. Very lame. And Aleatorio is asking, what kind of screen recorder do you use? I use Open Broadcaster Studio, which is the one that most people use, I think. There are some paid software you could use to record your screen, but I don't really think they are worth it. You know, I used to use a paid one back in the day, but ever since I started using Open Broadcaster Studio, I haven't had a reason to switch back. And OBS, Open Broadcaster Studio, is free for those of you who don't know about it. So that's what I recommend. It is excellent, really. Let's use my banner here. And they have a lot of stuff here. Okay. I'm glad that I came here with my banner. I was able to help the heavy. Okay, we have to destroy the teleport. Nice, got destroyed. they were trying to hide from us. No, you will not be able to hide from us. Got everything there, I think. The teleporter is down, so that's it. And also talking about... come on, that air blast was nasty. Talking about software. For my video editing, I use an editor called Kden Live. K then live. It is free as well, and it is available for Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, I think, for all platforms. And it's pretty good, you know. You also don't have to buy or pirate a video editor for you to start working on your personal channel. Come on, Firefly is so good with their blasts. Or maybe I'm bad at shooting rockets. I don't know. I don't know. And for audio editing, I use Audacity. An older version of Audacity, but that's the one I like to use. So it is pretty good. Let me remember to set Hovi's map as next here, so it plays when we finish this match here. I think it is this one, Cowboy Test. I think that's the one. Let's see, because I don't want to play the last sector of this map. I think the last sector of Dust Bowl is pretty lame, pretty bad, really. I don't like it at all. Yeah, we are gonna go there. Cowboy Test. Let's see if I can help defend here. They almost captured it. Ah, there's a spy disguised as me. Don't know how I didn't notice. I think I'm not still used to seeing my unusual myself, my new unusual. So I didn't notice really. Ah, come on. An inspector is talking about cursing there. Cursing in Latin languages like Portuguese and Spanish just feels like it has that hard kick to it. English feels lighter and doesn't intensify things much when we share. It feels good to be Latin. Yeah, no, I don't know if it is, you know, actually the... And we are gonna play the last sector. Okay, I thought it was gonna skip it, but it isn't. But yeah, I don't think it is something related to the language itself. I think it is simply because it is my second language, you know, Spectre English. So to me, I don't think I'm very... and people want to change it now. Okay, let's do this. VPC may default. Let's go. Let's switch now. It's better because this last sector really is a pain to play, you know, it's a suffering, I think. But yeah, I think it's just that I don't have much familiarity with English to be able to feel like the cursing is really offensive, you know. I think that's why. Or maybe perhaps we see so much cursing in English in movies here in Brazil, you know, kind of like action movies and stuff like that, that it feels normal to me. Because I see it all the time in the media that I like to watch. Yeah, it is this map here. Okay, so let me go scout so we can see what changed. Let's see. I think, Hovi, if you are still watching, I think it's still too wide open, you know. You have to better section off the map. Ah, but I like this. I like being able to see inside the point. Maybe put here a door that opens. I think would be interesting to have a shutter door, something like that. I think it would make for an interesting mechanic. Like, you can come into the point straight on, but it has a shutter door. Yeah, and these ones on the side are pretty good, pretty nice. Yeah, the middle point looks fine, I think. Let's see if you have lighten up. Yeah, you put up some lights. This was pitch black before, so it is... there's a spy here. It is good to have these lights here. There was also another spot that was kind of useless. I think it was on top of this building here. Let me see where it is. I kind of like this ramp here. Makes for some interesting change in elevation. Let's see that spot. That was kind of useless. Yeah, the ceiling is too low on this room. Yeah, in these spots I think it's still kind of useless. Perhaps, you know, remove this here, make it open so we can get out without jumping. And maybe extend a ledge here or a roof. So at least we can double jump there. I think that would make it more interesting. So again, increase the height of the ceiling, it is too low. Remove this so we can flow out of the building more easily. and put a roof there so we can double jump to it and get into the second, not the second, get into the cap point like that. You know, that way the game will flow better. And instead of glass here, because what I think when I looked at like this is that I can go through it, but I can't, and I only noticed when I'm up close. So perhaps instead of glass, it would be better to use some other texture that is more visible from afar. So I don't think I can shoot through it, you know. I think those are the changes. But yeah, it has improved quite a lot, my friends. Very nice work you are doing with this map. Let me check the underground area. That was one I really liked. Yeah, I really like this one. Perhaps put some flames on the torches would make sense, but I like this underground area here. I think it is nice. But this section here should be cut off somehow, you know, with a wall or something like that. It is too open. You know, as it is, it kind of looks like a trading server map or something like that, you know. Like it's one of those maps that people go to goof around and not to actually play the game. But it is getting there. It has improved. So I think you are on the right track. On the right track with this map. Let's get close to that pyro. You see, the problem with maps that are so open like this is that it is a pain to play classes like Pyro, which are more close-range classes. So that's why it is important to section off the areas. But it is getting there. It has improved a lot, my friend. Very nice. Nice work. And you were saying there, I was thinking of putting like a cage in the windows, like the saloon is closed. Yeah, something like that, you know, a cage, something like that would make more sense, for sure. It is a nice idea. I remain saying there, I also use Caden Live. Glad to see I'm not the only one who knows what it is. Yeah, Caden Live is a staple in the Linux community. I know a lot of people who run Linux distributions on their PCs that use Caden Live to edit. But among people who are on Windows, it is not very well known. And it is such a good video editor, you know. I know some people who pirate software like Sony Vegas to make simple edits that they really don't need Sony Vegas for. And it is a shame that open source, free and open source software isn't more well known. So that's why I'm always recommending those apps, those software suites. I may say that just got to do it again. And considering it to be 10 minutes until I can do it again, and the stream is at 50 minutes, guess I'll die. Yeah, I'll be finishing up stream very quickly. I think I'll just play this one more round, just so we can get a feel for the map. But you see, because it is not sectioned off, there really isn't much reason for me to go into these buildings. I know that the fight is gonna be here out in the open, so which, you know, kind of makes sense for a Western themed map, kind of like we're having duels here outside of the village. But it would be better if the map was more sectioned off to give a reason to those other buildings, you know. So they are alternate paths to the capture point. That would be important. Okay. I think, for example, bring this building closer here. I think that could be a good thing, Hobby. Okay. But I really like the setting. You know, the Western theme I think is very original, and there are not many maps like that in TF2. Okay, they have a sentry here. I'm not gonna try to destroy that sentry. At least not from there. Ah, come on, got hit with the crits there. Ah, Hov is on spawn. Okay, let me respawn here, and I'll try to follow you, for sure. And you are saying there, one way to avoid the sightlines is to put houses that you can get inside and stuff. Yeah, for sure. Mr. Dispenser gave you that idea. That's a good idea, Javi. Maybe you don't really have... Ah, here you are. You don't really have to put houses that people can get inside, because that could be a problem, you know, that could make the map too complex for its own good. Ah, look at this. Ah, come on, this is tricky. It is kind of like an Easter egg, but I don't think you should hide the health respawns like that. I don't know. It is a funny idea for sure, but perhaps it would be better if this were like a table and the health respawns were on top of the table, so you had to jump on it. You know, you would see it and then you would grab it like this. Because it being hidden here is tricky. That's very tricky, my friend. I like the idea, but I think, you know, maybe there's a better way to implement it, you know. Perhaps if there was a way into this building from here, and you could see the health pack when you enter the room from this direction, then I think it would be fair, because as it is, you know, people don't really have an incentive to get here. Or maybe, I don't know, build an exit here, so people, when they are going through this exit, they will see there is a health pickup there. But I don't know, that's your call. If you want it to keep hidden, then I think that's fine as well. It's one of the quirks of the map, you know, it's okay to have some quirks on the map. It's just that I haven't noticed much. I haven't noticed many health pickups on this map. So maybe they should be more visible somehow. I don't know. So yeah. And I'm saying there, yeah, the sightlines for Sniper are kinda busted in this map. Otherwise, it looks like it could work with Professor's tips. Yeah, you know, it is a good layout, you know, a basic layout, but it is too open. You know, it has improved, but it has you have to work on that a bit more. So yeah, fellas, I think I'll be finishing stream right now. You fellas feel free to stay on the server, because it is a dedicated server. It will keep playing, you know, whenever you want to play some TF2, you can grab some friends and come to my servers. Feel free to do that. But we are clocking close to 1 hour, so I'll be finishing stream right now. Let me see what else you are saying there. Big Chungus is here on stream. Nice to have you here, Big Chungus. Glad you managed to show up here today. Very nice. Legendary Boxer saying it is a cool map. Yeah, for sure. Pretty cool idea. I really like it. And Legendary Boxer as well saying that just the sightlines need to be fixed. Yeah, for sure. Hovi saying there's also small health and ammo on the rocks. I didn't notice it, Hovi. I didn't pay attention there. Perhaps I missed it. But yeah, you're doing a nice job. Nice job. Yeah, you see, Dani also didn't notice the health pickups they are saying there on chat. So I think that needs some more work on positioning those pickups in places that are convenient, but also that people have to retreat to pick them up. But yeah, fellas, thank you so much for joining me on this stream. I really appreciate all of you. Here's a big heart for you fellas. And I wish you all have a wonderful week. We'll see each other again next Sunday. Bye bye everyone, I love all of you. Bye fellas.